This is how you can set your strategy for your bond investments. I'm sure your investment journey has been good so far, hasn't it? Well, now it's time to take the next step in it. Well, today we will be learning about some investment strategies in the bond market. But before that, hi, this is Harsh, and I welcome you all to a knowledge series by SMEST Discover, where you can get smart about investing. Now, you don't have to be an expert to strategize the best investment plan. Simply put, just line up your investment plan with your goals. Now, in general, the investment strategies should ideally be based on your personal goals, your return requirement, and your risk appetite. Let's see a few strategies that have proved to be successful for me and others. Any one or a combination of more than one of these strategies can help you in formulating the best investment plan. First is the buy and hold strategy. This strategy simply involves purchasing a bond and holding it until maturity. In this way, you receive regular interest payments and get principal repaid when the bond matures. Second is the bond ladder strategy. Now, in this strategy, you spread out your investments in bonds that mature one after the other. While making an investment plan based on this strategy, you need to divide your total principal investment amount into equal parts and invest in bonds with different maturities. Now, the important point here is to extend the time horizon as long as possible. Since this strategy involves investments with staggered maturities, it is referred to as a bond ladder. This strategy will particularly help you to avoid the risk pertaining to interest rate fluctuations and provide a very predictable stream of cash flow. Let's take an example, shall we? Let's say you have 10 lakh rupees. You can divide this equally into 5 bonds of 2 lakh rupees each. Each bond would have a different maturity date, starting with the first year and ending with 5 years. Now, this will ensure that each year you get a specified amount of cash flow as well as principal repayment from the maturity in that year. The third is the barbell strategy. Now, this strategy is all about maintaining a balanced portfolio in terms of investment horizons. Now, as per this strategy, half of your portfolio should be allocated to short-term bonds and the other half should be allocated to long-term bonds. Let's understand why we are doing this. Short-term bonds have a lower returns but mature sooner, which leaves you open to newer opportunities in the market. Whereas long-term bonds will offer you a higher return, but your money will be blocked for a long time. If you follow this strategy, you can enjoy the benefit of liquidity, flexibility, and higher returns. The fourth is the bullet strategy. This strategy is the opposite of barbell strategy because in this one, you don't spread out your investments across long and short-term securities, but instead, you will invest it all in different bullet bonds with the same maturity. In this, the bond pays interest income throughout the tenure. Principal repayment is made in one installment at the time of maturity. The reason it is called a bullet is because you get the entire principal repayment in a single installment. Bullet bonds offer high returns as the principal amount is blocked for a long time. Now, the fifth strategy is known as the active investing strategy. Now, as the name already suggests, this strategy, it requires a very active approach. And the main objective is to maximize returns, right? So in this strategy, you need to constantly monitor the market movement and your portfolio to hop onto opportunities. Since the number of transactions occurring in an active approach is generally higher, the transactional cost is also high. This strategy requires a high level of expertise and is expensive, plus the risk involved is also higher. Sixth one is known as indexing. The idea here is to mimic the market index so as to gain returns in line with the market standards. As the index moves, your portfolio moves in the same direction. Portfolios created based on this strategy have the least possibility of underperforming that index. You have to choose an index as the benchmark and you can follow it. Seventh is the reinvestment strategy. Now, here is a question for you. What exactly do you do with the interest that you earn? You can either spend it or you can save it. But if you don't have any expenses and have enough savings already, you should reinvest it. This strategy helps in wealth preservation and increases the return over time. The eighth one is known as bond swapping. Simply put, bond swapping is the process of selling a bond and using the proceeds from the sale to purchase another bond in order to achieve a specific investment objective. Now, this is the simplest form of trading. Bond swapping is selling an underperforming bond for a well-performing bond. It requires the investor to monitor the market to take advantage of price fluctuations. Overall, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, your risk tolerance, and other factors before you choose a bond investment strategy. So which strategy are you going to deploy in your next investment? I hope this video did serve its purpose and took you through some new strategies for your investment journey. That's all for today. Visit SMEST.in and take your next step towards investing wisely. Please stay tuned for many more exciting videos coming your way. But before signing off, always remember, investment in debt securities are subject to market risks. Read all offer-related documents carefully. I'll see you in the next video.